Welcome to this 1500 point battle. Today's presenters are Rowan and Lyndon.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Brothers Grimdark.
Oh, you're off to a good start.
Yes, yeah. It's all going to be good today. There'll be no hilarity, it's all going to be very serious.
We're very serious today.
Today we have another battle report for you, and I'm going to be bringing the mightiest and brightest and deadest of all the space elves.
I like the dead part.
As well, yeah. They might even be even deader by the end of today.
That's the hope.
It is the Iyanden, and they're going to be facing off against some skulking things in the dark, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all my armies are like that. We did skulky, nasty, buggy alien things last time, and today we're going for skulky, nasty super soldier people. It's Night Lords. Yes, the emo bat people are coming out to hunt, and we're going to eat some, or no, it's nids that eat things. We're just going to rip off your
bits
skin.
of flesh. Wow,
if we can find any.
I'm dead. I don't have any
cunning
skin.
plan.
Yeah, good luck ripping Wraithborn. It's real tough.
Yeah, that could be a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Scrape it off the side and have plates of Wraithbone patched
I mean,
to my
you've got
armor
lightning
afterwards.
claws. I suppose that's good for shearing.
That's true, yeah.
Nice little ribbons. Anyway, so we're going to have, if you want to see the full army descriptions, they're just down below in the video, but we're just going to have a quick run through of what me and Rowan think are going to be our 3 keys today.
Yep.
So do you want to kick things off with what yours going to be
Sure.
your big key, number 1?
Speaking of lightning claws, there's actually not many things you can give lightning claws to in the Chaos book anymore, but one that you can is Terminator Lords. So I've got myself a Terminator Lord. That's my Warlord Eventide. He's my favorite. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He got himself a big old pair of lightning claws. I think I've come up with a pretty nifty and also fluffy combo.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's good.
So first off, we've given him the Warlord trait, Night Lord 1, Killing Fury. So that gives him D3 extra attacks, which is nice.
Sounds lovely.
And he also always counts in being whatever the wanton thing is that when he's in combat he gets exploding
Destruction? No.
Mayhem?
He's
Slaughter. I think it's
Wanton
slaughter.
slaughter.
Wanton slaughter. So he gets lots of extra attacks, his hits are exploding, and he has lightning claws, he's rerolling wounds. Keep that in mind. He also has the Chaos Undivided Demon Weapon with his lightning claws.
What's that called? Go on, tell us the name. What's the name?
Ulako the Black, something like
Something
that.
the Black.
Something the Black. Which means anytime he wounds, he also does an additional mortal wound, which is very cool when I'm already re-rolling my wounds.
Yeah, that's a
and
lot.
I've got a lot of attacks.
That's a lot.
So 1, I think that's quite fluffy because I got lightning claws, very Night Lordy. And 2, he's Chaos Undivided, which I also personally prefer for Night Lords. And 3, that's just a lot of nasty lightning claw attacks.
It's fun, and that's really cool that like a Chaos Lord is that scary now.
It's pretty horrible.
The one little house rule that I perfectly agreed on to go along with this, Rowan has not, shiving me in the back to make me do this, is technically you can only put the something black on one weapon.
Yep.
Rather than it being on both his lightning claws, which would mean Rowan would have to then, after all those attacks, roll a different dice to do that one lightning claw attack. I think that's dumb. It should be a pair. It looks cool, so I'm just going to allow Rowan to roll that extra attack as part of the relic weapon, because
We're just going to count the pair as one weapon, basically.
Yeah, because it just makes sense. It's silly. It's silly otherwise. So
What about you?
Yes, facing off against him, not a character I divided myself, but is the main man himself, Prince Yriel, who is, he's pretty solid. You can make a autarch slightly better than him if you wish, but you've got to spend more points and give him jump packs.
He's the Iyanden boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think he's pretty solid. He comes with a better weapon than you can give the autarchs. He's got his Eye of Fury. He is also a superlative strategist. That's
Superlative.
That's how you say that word, isn't it? He's a superlative strategist. But we in Rowan, another sort of house rule we have decided is not to allow command point rerolls, because
It's not fun.
It's just a boring stratagem. So
There's more fun things to spend
even
points
though
on.
he is a superlative strategist, I'm not going to be using that rule today because there's just other more fun things that you can spend your CP on.
Yes.
Speaking of CP, we're also house ruling that you get, I know GW has recently changed this, but we're going to allow each other to take our first Warlord's trait for free.
It's fun.
Your first relic you've also got to pay for, the same way that GW has changed things, but we think your first Warlord trait, you should get that, and that's the way we're
like fun rules.
going to run that. So yes, Yriel is my Warlord. He's got, his nasty weapon, the Spear of Twilight, which is easier to say than your nasty weapon.
It's true.
And then yes, he also has his glowy eye. Anyway,
Gonna
so
stare me down.
Yeah, you'd be very angry about it. Ire Wrath.
If he can see me, because we're in the dark.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, what's your second sort of key today?
Warp Talons.
Very Night Lordy
It
as
is.
well.
I do think their Warp Talons are pretty Night Lordy. We love our jump packs. We love popping out the shadows and striking things really hard. And I got Lightning Claws, even though they're not called Lightning Claws anymore. So one, that's really cool. Two, well, they're actually quite good right now. And more importantly, it's another excuse for me to put a relic on something, because we can't, unfortunately, do Chaos Lords with jump packs anymore, which is a little bit sad. And weirdly, Night Lords have a relic that can only go on fly units, which is a bit strange, but I've worked around this by sticking it on the champion of one of my Warp Talon units. So he has Talons of the Night Terror, which is quite cool, because it means basically anytime he flies over something, he does wounds to it, and anytime he charges something, he does wounds to it. So I've managed to sneak in another Night Lord relic, basically.
That's fun.
And yeah, so I think they'll be cool. And yeah, they'll be zipping about the table.
Does this champion have a name?
No, yeah, he's going to need a name at some point. Yeah, he's bald right now, so
Okay.
he's very pale and bald. So
Very
we'll
pale
see if we
and
can come up with a name based on that.
If you have
But,
any good names for a very pale, bald, vampire,
he is very
demon-y
vampire-y.
person, let us know. Yeah, so facing off against that, because you've got 2 units of Warp Talons.
I do have 2 units of Warp
So
Talons.
I'm also
Only
bringing-
one that's got the relic.
Only one who's got the relic. Only Baldy Mick Vampire Face has the relic. But I'm going to be bringing 2 units of 5 Wraith Blades with axes and shields to counteract that combat.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Combatness. Yeah. I don't get to put any fancy relics on them, but they're just very solid. They've always been good since Iyanden, well, since Eldar got their new codex. They just got
before that.
they just got even better. And yeah, if you take them as Iyanden, they're even better on top of all that. So yes, they're going to be very solid for me. And then running on to that train, my last sort of key today is I'm also bringing 2 Wraith Lords, both identical. They both got 2 Bright Lances. I've not paid the points today to give them the Ghost Glaives, which I'm sad about because it's cool. But, the fists are still good and they can just do some punching with them.
Big punchy robot. We like a big punchy robot.
Big punchy. Is it a robot if it's... I don't know. I don't really understand what
Kind of a robot.
Yeah, but it's like a living... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a living robot.
If it's living, I can kill it.
If you live it, yes, sure. Sure. Okay. And what are you going to be killing it with?
I got a big flying robot thing.
A big flat. I mean, that's definitely not a robot.
It's kind of
partly a robot.
Yeah, it's a Helldrake.
Cyborg
Yes,
thing.
I got a Helldrake today, and it's one of my favorite conversions in my army as well. He's a big, giant flying bat thing because that felt very Night Lordsy. There's not much to say about him. He's not got any special upgrades. He's just going to be flying around, causing all sorts of mayhem.
Being a nuisance right off the bat.
Yes, because he's got a stupid amount of movement and he can just get anywhere in the table off turn 1. So that should be fun.
Yep, no, he's cool. And yeah, we'll see how he does today. Iyanden have kind of been the sort of big bogeymen here in the studio for a little while, but the new Chaos Codex looks pretty nasty. So we could see a toppling here of the Iyanden. But we'll see what happens in game. It's 1,500 points. We're going to be playing Tempest again. And yeah, we'll catch you at the table.
See you there.
Okay, here we are at the table. Just a quick run through on what is what. We have one patch of dense terrain over here, which is looking very nice with its
little foresty.
It's liking
the edge of the town here.
And then everything else is just light cover, basically. And the bigger pieces, these 3 and these 2, will be line of sight blocking, and then the smaller pieces are just light cover. And then we'll treat the little bits of broken wall as barricades. There's 5 objective markers. Something I learned as Rowan was setting up the board. I was sort of like, you can't have bits of terrain on objective markers, and Rowan informed me that you can in Tempest.
Or they can be in the terrain.
Yeah. And they can be in so that's cool. So that is the board. Now all we need to do is just roll for deployment and see who will be
first roll with the new dice.
First, yeah. Oh yes, we got some nice new dice, which is very fun. So we shall see what sort of luck these are likely to bring. A 1. Excellent.
Off to a good start here. Right. For me, it's a 6. I like my one better than yours.
Okay. Excellent. I assume you
can deploy first.
I'll be putting something down first. Okay. We'll move on to deployment then.
Here we are, in the deployment phase. Looks like Lyndon's starting things off by putting his 3 units of Guardians down. He obviously doesn't want to give too much away of where his more powerful hidden units will be going. And Rowan is doing the same, with 3 units of legionaries opposite Linden's guardians there. The first unit, oh no, both units of Wraith Blades down. Linden's combat powerhouse is there. And there goes the Wraith Lords as well. Good firepower and combat output from those two. Rowan has deployed a unit of Havocs on each of his flanks. That one with the relic is there on his left. And both sets of commanders facing off each other. Serac and Yriel. And lastly, the dreaded Helldrake.
Okay, here we are after deployment. It's completed, and now we just need to see who gets first turn.
Yes.
So do you want to go first?
Let's see if I can do that roll again. That was very good last time.
Please don't roll on R6.
Okay, I see how this is going.
3.
All right.
I shall be going first.
Yes, you shall.
Yay! Okay, here we are. Not quite yet in my command phase. We're in a just start of the battle round. I've drawn my 3 cards. I've got Storm Hostile Objective, which is going to be tough this
Come
turn.
and get me.
Yeah. I've got Deploy Teleport Homer, which is also going to be tough this turn. And I've got Grind Them Down, which maybe will happen. We shall see. But
I'm totally happy with you coming my direction.
yeah,
As quickly as possible, please.
Not hugely happy with them. So the only other thing to do before we get into my command phase is roll for Strands of Fate.
I don't know what any of those things mean.
So
what do those things mean, Lyndon?
6s mean I get to just choose one of them and roll it, and it's a 6 for my armor save.
Okay.
4 is a hit roll, and 5 is a wound roll. So I'm probably happy keeping that, but I will just... What's 2? Charge roll. Don't think I'll need that this turn, so I'll get to re-roll one of them because of my Farseer.
Andy?
It's another 4.
That's the hit one.
That's the hit one. And I do think I want that. So I'm going to take 2 hit rolls and 2 save rolls, and I'm very happy with that. Right, into command phase. So I've got my Strands of Fate over there. I shall remember about those. Command phase, what happens? What did I do in my command phase, Rowan? I get to use the Psytronome of Iyanden. That's what I do in my command phase.
Yes.
So I pick one unit within, I forget if it's 6 or 9. So they have a extra attack until the end of my next turn, basically. Okay, that is my command phase. Be back in the movement phase.
Iyanden movement phase, and everything is rather cagey. Looks as though most of Linden's movements have been dictated by trying to keep out of line of sight from that unit of Havocs.
Okay, a very delicate movement phase there, which is, the Aeldari way.
He's hiding from me.
Yeah, I'm playing quite cagey. I am quite fearful of these pesky Night Lords and both their shooting and their combat potential. So yes, just taking things nice and easy. So here we are.
You're supposed to come towards me. That's what your mission said you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm ignoring my mission parameters. Don't do that. That's bad. You should just play the mission. But I'll get there. But yeah, psychic phase. So we'll start off with the Spiritseer, who is going to cast Protect onto the Wraith Blades in front of him. On a 10, he does. So they are protected.
And then it was the turn of the Farseer. He was not in range to perform a smite or an executioner, but he did successfully get Will of Asuryani onto those Wraith Blades in the building. All there was to do in the Iyanden shooting phase was for the 2 Wraith Lords to target the Warp Talons, killing one between them.
Welcome everybody back. We are in the Night Lord's command phase, and unlike the Tyranids, it's much shorter. We both got our CP back because new cool CP rules, that's great. We've got plenty to go there.
Yeah.
And I drew some quite interesting cards. First off, I drew 2 which you can only score in the first round and got rid of those, which was quite nice, so I got to try a few different things out.
Yep.
I drew Assassination, which is just ain't going to happen, but I'd rather spend my CP on fun stuff, so I'm not going to get rid of that. Yep. But then I also drew Secure No Man's Land and Battlefield Supremacy, which basically means I need to get at least 2 of the middle objectives and control more than Linden and probably hold my back objective.
Very doable.
And those are all doable. It does mean I'm going to be out in the middle of the board getting countercharged pretty quickly, which is not so great, but should be able to rack up some points pretty fast. So quite like those. I think that'll be good. That's about it. I don't think there's anything else that happens in my command phase these days.
Nope, that's nice. And Marines are generally like that, unless you're taking like a, I guess, what's the Chaos Space Marine equivalent of like a chaplain? Is that the...
Oh, the prayers and things.
Dude,
yeah,
I guess that's
whatever
the only
it is.
thing.
Don't have any of them
Okay,
yet.
nice and quick.
Yep.
We like that.
All right, back in the movement phase.
Night Lord's movement phase, and things are much more aggressive than in the Iyanden phase. Just what we want to see. Rowan has made sure that he's got 2 Legionnaire units on 2 objectives in No Man's Land, so he'll be scoring some points there. Both units of Havocs have moved into a position to get a good line of sight of shooting onto those Wraith Blades hiding in that building. And the Warp Talons and the Helldrake have shot right up the board, hoping to get some charges away this turn. Night Lord's Psychic phase, and Rowan Sorcerer did manage to cast Smite, but it was denied by Linden's Farseer. His other power failed to manifest.
Shooting phase for the Night Lords. We're going to start off with the Helldrake, just because he's up there by himself. We don't have to think about it too much. And he's going to flame the Guardians.
Okay.
And we get a new Chaos rule here, Let the Galaxy Burn. So he gets 2d3 plus 2 for his
plus
flamer
2.
attacks.
Cool.
So let's see what we get. That is...
5.
5.
Yes. No, 6. Because that's 4. That was 4
3,
there.
4, 5, 6. Yes, we can count.
We can do math, everybody.
Right. 6 automatically hit.
Yep.
It is strength something. 6. AP minus 2.
Okay, be 2s.
2s. Okay.
Jumps 1.
Yep.
5 saves, AP minus 2 becomes AP
Correct.
minus 1. So I do get 5 up saves here. Save 2. 3 dead.
Why is it become AP minus 1?
Because I'm Iyanden.
Because you're Iyanden.
That's how we do.
Yes.
And then Rowan's Chain Reaper Havocs, his Lads Cannon and Missile Launcher Havocs, and his Legionnaires with the Bolters, all shot at Linden's Wraith Blades, scoring 0 damage. Night Lord's Charge phase, and the Helldrake charges into 1 unit of Wraith Blades, while the Warp Talons attack the other.
Okay, we have finished moving things with the charge phase. The only thing to do before combat starts is I get to use my relic. Woo! So Talons of the Night Terror, I think is what it's called. I get to do D3 mortal wounds on the way in.
They have taken 2 wins, so 1 is on, 1 wound remaining.
Excellent. Now I get to roll some dice.
Okay, I'm going to spend another CP to lightning fast reactions them again. They've pressed their button once more.
Right, hitting on 4s. Ooh, 4s because lightning fast, yes. Right.
6
Unfortunately,
don't
do
do
not
anything
get
anymore.
any exploding 6s yet.
But
That's a decent roll though.
decent roll. Yep.
Now I will be wounding on 5s, but re-rolling.
Yep.
Lightning claws, or whatever they're called now. Alright, so that's a few, and then get to re-roll all these.
Yep, nice.
None of that, so 4 wounds.
4 wounds, okay. Your AP minus 2.
Yep.
So a 3 up save, so that goes to 4 up, so it doesn't really matter. Armor save and in-run save is the exact same. Ooh.
I finally killed one.
Killed 1, and another one is down to 1 wound, so I'll just leave
God,
that.
that takes a lot of work.
And next, the Helldrake attacked the Wraith Blades, but caused no damage.
Okay.
Poor little Helldrake's going to take a beating here.
He might take a little bit of a beating. So 3s. Bunch of 1s to reroll.
Yep.
Good conversion. So
Yep.
3 miss at all that. Their strength 7, your toughness 7. Okay, so that is 8 on your demon save.
5 up. Ooh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go through.
Okay, so that's 10 damage.
10 damage. Got 2 wins left.
Okay, and then the ones in the building over here, which are set to defend, will be hitting on 2s. Right, I'm going to spend another CP on guided wraith sight, so they basically count as being within range of a leer for the reroll ones to wound. Right, so hitting on 2s. 1, 2 miss. Strength 7 times 4, wounded on 3s, reroll on 1s. Okay, guided race, I did nothing, but that's okay. That's a good,
roll anyway.
That's a good roll. So they're AP minus 3, so that's 9 on your demon save.
Right. Oh, that's a lot of dead things.
There's 2 damage each.
6.
So
They're all dead.
there we go. Okay.
Should we do the morale for your guardians while we're here?
You are... The leadership leadership 7, you've killed 3, so they're 4, and you've got a unit within
6.
Within 6, so they go to 2. So 2 or 1.
Of course it does.
Right, they're fine.
Right.
Yes.
That's the end of my turn. On the good side, I mean, that did not go particularly well. But I am on 3 objectives, which was so I'll get some points at least.
That was the goal.
That was the goal.
Nice.
And losing the Warp Talons for killing 1 Wraith Blade, not so good. But
yeah, and a whole lot of shooting as well. But that's what Wraith Blades do. They're good anyway, but when you take them as a Iyanden and they just ignore that AP, they just become extra tough. Yeah, they're real good. Anyway, we'll be back in my command phase. Okay, battle round 2, and points have been scored. Yep. So at the start of my turn, I'm going to get 5 for controlling my 1 objective.
Yep.
I also, in Rowan's turn, scored Grind Them Down because I killed the Warp Talons, and that's the only thing that died. Battle round 1. Yep. And Rowan also has scored 10 points for Secure No Man's Land because he actually controls all 3 at the moment because those Terminators just
No Man's Land is mine.
It is his. Go back to the shadow.
Maybe temporarily, but it is mine right now.
And then he also scored Battlefield Supremacy for controlling 3, and he actually controls 4. So Rowan is doing more than he needs to in all of his secondaries at the moment. But I will see what I can do to stop him scoring points in this turn. So I've drawn my cards, and I've got Overwhelming Firepower, which is going to be tricky because I'm actually thinking most of my killing blows are going to happen in the combat phase and psychic phase this turn, but it's possible. I've got Hold the Line, which I need to keep rolling outside of my deployment zone, which is really going to be dependent on what he does with his Warp Talons, I think, because I don't think I'm going to be able to wipe all them out this turn. And then I've got Extend Battle Lines, which I should definitely be able to score. I'm hoping, that objective I should be able to take, and possibly might even be able to bully those Terminators off that central one as well. So we'll see what happens there. The only other thing to happen in my command phase is I gained a CP. I gained a CP, but I also spent a CP because I drew a card that I didn't want. And Rowan has gained a CP, obviously.
I'm going to spend some stratagems at some point.
Yeah,
I'm building them
just
up.
gearing up for a big turn 2 here. And I'm going to stick Psytronome of Iyanden on this unit of Wraith Blades again. So that's it. That's my command phase. We'll see what I get up to in my movement phase.
Iyanden movement phase, and they're beginning to come out their shell a little bit now. Both units of Wraith Lords moved round the side to get a good line of sight onto the Warp Talons on that objective. Iyanden did deploy the use of a stratagem Feigned Retreat on those Wraith Blades to be able to fall back from that Helldrake and still charge this turn.
Okay, I did forget something in my command phase. My Strands of Fate rolls, which are fairly important. Fairly important for Aeldari. So I got another 2 save rolls, and obviously kept those again because they're very handy. I got another hit roll, and I kept an advance roll, which I used on my Guardians down here. So that's that. On to Psychic phase, and we're going to start with the Farseer,
who cast Will of Asuryani onto the Wraith Blades in front of him, but that was the only power that Iyanden successfully manifested this turn. Iyanden shooting phase, and it began with the 2 units of Guardians on Iyandem's right flank, fired into the Legionaries. Rowan deployed the use of In Midnight Clad stratagem so they would be -1 to hit, but they still managed to fell 2. Next, the unit of 10 Guardians and the Wraith Lord on Iyandem's back objective shot at the Helldrake but caused 0 wounds. So it came down to the other Wraith Lord, who fired it all at the Helldrake. Iyanden used his auto hits on the Bright Lances, and the Winged Terror was felled.
Okay, and then the Flamer boys will all go into the Terminators.
Right. There's nothing to do with that.
Hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s for Yriel, of which there are many.
That's a lot of 1s.
Right. good conversion there. And then wounding on 2s, strength 10.
Oohs, yikes.
And rerolling 1s for Spirit Mark. That's all of them. So that is 5, 10, 15, 17 on your Invan. Actually, will it be on your Invan? You're on a 0 up save, and I'm AP -4. So 1 up, 2 up, 3 up. No, it'll be on your 4 up. You got 4 up save.
That is quite nasty. Okay, so...
It's a good number, 4s though.
Yeah, so they got 3 wins each turn, right?
3 wins each, yeah.
One dead.
And a wind.
And a wind.
A really good roll.
That was...
Well above average.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, the reason Rowan got a 4 up save there, not a 5 up, is because he's 2 up base, he's in cover, comes a 1 up, and because of armor with content, he's reducing AP, so I'm at AP -4. Yeah, just goes to 4 up.
I'll fish him out in a second.
Fish him out in a second. Okay, well, you can pretty much do that now, because we are going to be cutting to my charge phase.
And a pitiful charge phase it was, with both units of Wraithblades failing their 5-inch charges into the Terminators.
After that horrific charge phase, failing 2 5-inch charges, that was not good.
Bit of fortune for me there, because that could have been a serious blow to my Terminators. So I've got a shot still here. I've drawn my cards. I got my CP back, but then I immediately spent it to get rid of one of the cards I drew because I didn't like it.
Yep.
But the other 3 are interesting. I've first got Defend Stronghold. So I got to keep Lyndon off of this until the end of his turn, which is quite possible, I think. If things have gone very badly, I think if he gets past me there.
Yep.
Then I've got no prisoners, which means I basically have to kill 30 wounds worth of stuff. And then Blood and Guts, I need to kill 3 units.
Possible in combat, yep.
It's going to start getting bloody is what this is leading towards here, so time to get stuck in and kill some stuff.
I scored 5 at the end of my turn for Extend Line, because I've got 2 of the central objectives now, and I will score another 5 for Overwhelming Firepower if Rowan decides not to... if Rowan doesn't kill something in the shooting phase.
I've got to kill a unit in
and
shooting.
I'll get another 5 if the Warp Talons, because I think they're the only unit, don't end up in my deployment zone at the end of this turn.
Yes.
So that's where we're at with that.
Yep. All right, we'll be back in my movement phase.
Yes.
Night Lord's movement phase, and they continue their advance. The Warp Towns do indeed enter Lyndon's deployment zone, stopping him from scoring points no matter what else happens this turn. And the Terminators, as well as Sferak, come out to play in the center of the board. We could be in for a brutal combat phase this turn. Another rough psychic phase for Rowan Psyker, as he failed to manifest Death Hex, and Lyndon's Farseer denied Gift of Chaos.
Right, it's Chain Cannon phase. My favourite phase, even though it did absolutely nothing last time.
No Poa last time, but they're changing their target.
We don't have exploding 6s anymore, but we're going for something a little bit lighter this time. Apparently the shield boys are just too much to deal with, so I'm going to shoot the Guardians instead.
Okay.
I can see all the unit at the back there, so we're going to pop away at them and see what can happen. So I've got all of my dice, and see if I can fit them all in my hands.
Before you declare that, because obviously the plasma gun can't see them, but you want to declare him into the
Yes, I will, thank you. Yep, plasma guy couldn't quite see them all, so he'll shoot have a wee pot shot at the wraiths.
Might kill that one on 1 wound.
That'd be nice. Right, fistful of dice.
Yep.
These. Right, and strength 5 for winning on 2s.
2s, yep. 3s, strength 5.
Oh, sure. Good. 3s. Yes, of course. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8.
8. That is less
AP
than
-1.
AP -1, so no AP because I'm a Iyanden. So 4s. 5 dead.
5 dead. Good.
The Terminators put everything into the Wraith Guard, taking 1 wound from them, and the Legionnaires shot at Lyndon's Guardians, felling 1. Night Lord's charge phase, and it all goes to plan, with Rowan completing all 5 of his charges.
Okay, just before we get into Rowan's combat phase, he was humming and hawing whether he was going to put those legionaries into my D-Scythe Wraithblades.
Yes.
Decided to go for it. I rolled off camera to see how many shots I would get. And
Lots.
It was 4 sixes and a 1. There was lots of eye rolling from Rowan. So I'm set to defend, so these will be hitting on 5s and re-rolling 1s because of Yriel. Could have been worse. 5. And then wounding on 2s, re-rolling 1s because of Alira.
Right.
So that's 1 dead, 2 dead. Oh no, actually, you will be getting 6 ups.
Yeah.
You will be getting 6 ups. So 10. 10 saves. Yeah, it's AP minus 4, so you will get your 6 ups.
They're all dead.
No, you save 1.
Yeah, there's only 7 in there.
Yeah, but it's only damage 1. It's only damage 1. So you save those 2, and then it's 4 dead. 2, 3, 4.
4 dead. Yes. Hey, they've got 2 wins. I will remember that.
Yeah. Okay, something.
Do I get to do my actual stuff in this phase now?
You can do your stuff, yeah.
Right.
Spheric or Terminator.
I want to do Serac just because it's really funny.
Yeah,
we'll do him first.
I think he would do more damage as well.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's the right way to go.
So he gets his we'll see how many. First, I've got to do a leadership check for him. I have to make sure his demon weapon doesn't hurt him.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Yeah. Now he gets D3 extra attacks. Just the 1.
Okay.
So he's on 7 attacks base, plus 1 for the extra lightning claws, plus 1 for that. So 9 attacks.
Yep. And that's him having a bad day.
I'm pretty sure he's 7 attacks
Right,
base.
I am going to spend the CP on lightning fast again.
Okay. So
hit on 3s.
3s.
No,
Nope, not rerolling. But like 6s explode.
6s explode, yeah. Why do 6s explode?
Because he always counts as being in wanton slaughter. So I failed 2, but those 2 come right back because of my 6s.
Okay, right.
And now I'm wounded on 5s. Normally spent 5.
Yeah.
But I'm re-rolling, and anytime I wound, I do a mortal wound.
Yeah.
Right, so I've done 4 mortal wounds, 5 mortal wounds.
Yep.
And I get to re-roll these. I have none of those went through. So I've done 5 mortal wounds, and then you've got 5 saves.
Right.
Not as bad as last time.
Not as bad as last time, but still pretty potent. I saved 2, so that is 8 mortal wounds. 8 wounds. So it's 1 dead and 1 on 1. 2 dead and 1 on 1 wound.
Yep.
After that, Linden interrupted with his Wraithblades into the Terminators, and then the Legionnaires and the Wraith Guard exchanged blows, as well as the Wraith Lord and the Warp Talons. And on Linden's right flank, the Legionnaires there laid into the Guardians. And when the dust settled, this is how things looked.
Okay, morale phase, things that could fail.
Because Night Lords.
Night Lords, yeah, it's very cool. These Wraithblades, even though they're Wraith Guard, even though they're leadership 9, because of Night Lords and they only lost 1, they almost could have failed, but on a 6, they're just fine.
Yep.
These guys could fail on a 5, but because of Will of Asuryani, they automatically pass morale checks. So it's just onto my Guardian units over here. So the unit that has 4 left needs a 2. They're fine.
Stop doing that.
And the unit that has 5 left needs a 1.
Why do I bother?
It's such a cool army-wide trait as well. Sorry, Ron. So at some point you will make things run away through scariness, but not today with my mighty brave Iyanden. Okay, we shall be back in turn 3. Okay, scores at the doors going into BATTALION 3. I just scored another 5 for overwhelming firepower after killing 1 unit, and Rowan scored he scored next 2 points for doing an action on over there. And so
stopped you doing
and
behind lines this turn.
Stop me that for now, but I have hung on to it because I feel like once I clear those, I'll be able to get that again. And yeah, so that leaves the scores at 25 to 22, which is close stuff. So I've redrawn my cards, and I've kept Hold the Line. I've got Investigate Sight, which I'm hoping I can do in the centre of the board here. And I've also got Blood and Guts, same as Rowan, so I need to kill 3 units in combat. So I should just do my Strands of Fate now, see what we get. Another save. I will reroll one of these ones because my Farseer is still on the board. 5s are wound rolls, which aren't really that helpful. I will take a charge roll because that has bitten me before. I'll take a psychic and sure, I will take a wound roll. I don't think I need an advance on anything. So that's where we are with
Smattering of fate.
smartering. Yeah, just dabble into various different things. Yeah, so on to my command phase, and I will be doing the same thing again. Actually, no, I won't. Or will I? Choices, yes. No, I'm going to stick the Psytronome of Iyanden on this central. Am I going to do that? Sorry, bear with me. Should have thought about this before. Psytronome.
Farseer hasn't seen very far into the future in this one.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick it on this unit of Wraithblades again. So they've got the extra attack again. And yes, we'll be back in my movement phase.
Iyanden movement phase, and they continue their march forward. There's a few things to take note of here, as a couple of stratagems have been used. Linden once again used Feigned Retreat on those blade guards so he could fall out of combat from Spheric and still charge this turn. Rowan on Linden's right flank used We Have Come For You on those guardians so they could not fall back out of combat. And Linden's Wraith Guard began the action Investigate Sight, which Linden would complete if he could get rid of Spheric and Rowan's Sorcerer by the end of the turn. Linden's Spiritseer failed to manifest her power, but his Farseer successfully put Will of Asuryani onto the Wraith Guard, meaning they could perform their action and still fire with their D-Scythes this turn. And lastly, he cast Smite onto Spheric, inflicting 2 mortal wounds on the Chaos Lord. Iyanden shooting phase, and the only thing to cause any damage was the Wraith Guard's D-Scythes into the Havocs. Iyanden charge phase, and it was more successful this time round, with the Wraith Lord, both units of Wraithblades, and Yriel all making it into the fray.
Yes, the Wraithblades are going to be got fighting last now because they're in contact with Rowan's Sorcerer.
Yep.
So
This is Warlord trait.
Warlord trait, yeah. So we'll be going with Yriel first. See what we can do against Spheric. Hitting on 2s. This is once. Strength 6, so 3s. Fails 2. That's not good.
2 saves.
2 saves, yeah. 4 up in abundance, AP minus 3.
1 goes through.
3 damage.
2 wounds left.
Tis alive though, that's a problem.
Yep.
The Wraith Lord killed a Warp Talon. The Wraith Blades and Havocs exchanged blows, with the combat going in the Blades' favour 3-1. And then the Legionnaires brought low 3 Guardians.
6 stack space, 1 for Lightning Claw. See if he succumbs to his demon first.
Yes.
Nope. Whoa, 10. It's close.
Close. Yeah, because the leadership 10, yeah.
Yep. D3 extra attacks. Okay, it gets 3 this time.
What's all this going into?
That's a good question. I think I just want to try and kill the Wraithblade, so I'm going to go for all of them.
Okay.
Even the Librarian's there as well. Yep. So 1 exploding, misses twice, so 1 of those goes back in.
Yep.
And wounding on 5s?
Yeah.
So 4 mortal wounds already.
Man.
Oh no, it's 5 mortal wounds already. I forget one. I think I knocked that over. And re-rolling these. Another 1. 6 mortal wounds, 6 saves.
I mean, I need to save all of these or they're dead anyway. They're dead. Oh, I don't like Sarah.
He's the only thing in my army that's killed anything, but he's quite good at it.
He really does do a good job of it, yeah.
But
That is it. Unfortunately, my action fails in the middle because I needed to kill both those units and didn't kill either of them. So I do not get Investigate Sights, which is annoying.
can he run away, please?
You want him to run away.
I just want him to run away.
So you killed 3 minus 5, so you kill on a 2 or a 1. Nope, he's not running away.
They've obviously just forgotten to put on their scary outfits today or something.
Yeah. Yeah, or, all my Iyanden are on some sort of dizzying high and just aren't fussed
Unbelievable.
at all.
Right?
Yeah, okay. That is...
Can they run away?
Not having killed 1, no. Right, that is the end of my turn.
Yep.
That was kind of annoying, actually. Left myself a little bit exposed here for Rowan to tip back and do some stuff. Don't like those 2 characters just having free reign in the middle there, but we'll see what happens.
We shall see what happens. We are back in the Night Lord's command phase for battle round 3, turn 3, something like that.
Yeah, we're in turn 3. Yeah.
Turn 3. I drew 2 cards. I got rid of 1 because it was impossible. One of them, so I've got grind them down, which more killing stuff. So that's the theme right now. Kill as many things as I can as quickly as I can. Try and stop Linear from doing that. I've also got overwhelming firepower, which I think is unlikely at best, but we'll see what we can do.
Yep.
We got CP back, and then I lost it again. We're both pretty low on CP. I got 3, Lynn's got 1.
Yep.
That's basically it for the command phase. Pretty simple. So we'll be back on my movement, unless there's anything else for you.
Nope, nothing for me.
Cool. All right, see you shortly.
Night Lords beginning to get a little thin on the ground now, with only 3 of their units not currently engaged in combat. A more successful psychic phase this time around for Rowan's Sorcerer. Smite was once again denied by Linden's Farseer, but Gifts of Chaos did go off, causing 3 mortal wounds on Yriel, 1 on the Farseer, and 1 on the Spiritseer.
Okay, we are in the shooting phase, and I've only got 1 unit that I'm going to shoot with. They could shoot into combat, but I'd rather kill the unit in combat for blood and guts, so...
You're not going to kill him. He's going to be there forever.
So it just refuses to run away. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, so the Havocs are going to shoot at the Flamer Boys here.
Sure.
So we'll start with the las cannons.
No hits.
That's our game, isn't it? Right, missile launcher. Hits. Doesn't wound.
Okay, right, excellent. Go on to your charge phase then.
Charge phase, and the Sorcerer joins the fray with Yriel, meaning that he would be striking last. Sheep play that if you ask me. Dirty, dirty Night Lords. But a valid play, as the Sorcerer whiffed with all his attacks, leaving Yriel open to be finished by Spheric.
Leadership test. Passes.
One day you'll fail that.
One day I'll fail it, and it'll be fine. Only 1 extra attack. So he's got 6 base, 1 for his extra lightning claw, 1 for his extra thing.
Yep.
2s, doesn't reroll 1s, but I get 1 exploding. Winning on 3s? Strength 4?
Yeah, it's still 3s. I thought it was strength 5, but anyway, still 3s.
I think it's only strength 3.
Okay.
Right, so 4 mortal wounds.
Are you dead?
You dead.
Goodbye, Yriel.
It's a ridiculous
We
weapon.
hardly knew ye. I mean, he's died before. He'll shake it off.
Yeah,
this is
just rub it
he's
off.
at least up to 3 by now. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Elsewhere in the combat phase, the Wraith Lords took down another Warp Talon between them, while the Wraith Guard killed the 2 remaining Havocs they were in combat with, and the Legionnaires finished off that 1 remaining Guardian.
Okay, start of turn 4.
Yep.
The scores are I'm on 40 and Rowan is on 47. He's
Just ahead.
been doing a bit better on the secondary the last couple turns, but I'm hoping I'll finally get dealt with the Warp Talons this turn and can kill some other... Killing things in combat's going to be tricky, actually. I'm not sure I'm going to get any blood and guts, well, maybe over there. Might get
don't
2.
trust your Farseer. Punch it out with Sarah.
No, he's going to mind manipulate you, I think.
We're going to have to get mind manipulations on a t-shirt.
Strands of Fate. Oh, it's a lot of 2s. So that's another psychic power. I will take that. 2s are charges. Oh, I can't really... I mean, I can re-roll one for the Farseer. It's another 3. Okay, so it's 2 on psychic powers.
You can use it on the same power as well, can't you?
You can, yeah. So I could just super smite something. Super smite him. Yep, and I will... Yeah, I don't think I'll need them, but sure, I'll take 2. charge rolls because I don't really need an advance for anything. That's not particularly ideal, but there we go. That is that. And then in my command phase, I will be sticking the Psytronome of Iyanden on... yeah, sure, on the Wraith Blades.
Yep.
Wraith Guard, sorry.
Yep.
The Wraith Blades are all the way over there. Yep. And that's it. That's my command phase.
Turnfall movement phase for the Iyanden, and they begin to tighten the noose.
Okay, psychic phase. We will start off with Illyria Yunfar, my Spiritseer. She's just going to do a smite. She's not going to use any of my fancy things yet. On a 5, it does just go off.
Right, I'll have to deny that one, I think.
Okay.
Nope.
No, on a 5. Okay.
Right.
D3. No, of course not.
No.
It's Ferrex alive on a wound.
For now.
That's annoying. It's quite annoying. Seems massively overkill, but I'm now going to Super Smite on a 12.
No, he's dead.
I don't suffer Perils of the War because I'm a Farseer. He's just dead.
I'll leave his fun while he lasted.
He just wrecks space. And then second psychic power will be Will of Asuryani onto the unit of Wraith Guard over here. On a 10, does go off. Okay. What I wanted to get done there, it would have been nice if I also could have smited him, but we are where we are. That's psychic phase. We'll be back in my shooting phase. Okay, shooting phase, and we will start with the Wraith Lords down here. So I'll start with the non-wounded one. Do his Bright Lances first. 1 hits. 1 wounds. Nope, 1 dead.
Yep.
And then his Shuriken. All hit. 2 wounds. No, well, there's an AP, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
let's get some.
Alright, the Warp Talons are finally done.
Okay. I mean, they did their job.
They were annoying for a couple turns.
Bit of a nuisance there. Yep. Okay, we'll move on to the Wraith Guard over there. So 1.
I will be in midnight cladding, dazzled by our lightning armor.
Dazzled by its midnightiness.
That's right.
It's a hard thing to dazzle people with midnight, but you know, the Night Lord's trick we can pull off. So hitting on 4s, Yriel's dead, and I'm not within range of guided Wraith sight, so 8, 6 up saves because AP -4.
Don't like them. That's none. 1, 2, 3, 4 dead.
1's alive on a wound. 1's alive fully.
Yep.
Okay, champion's still there. Let's make charges difficult.
Yep. Far away as possible.
He's going to put his 2 Bright Lances into him. I don't think his Shuriken's in range.
He's still midnight clad.
Oh yeah, he's still midnight clad. 1 miss. He AP -4, so you'll get 6 up.
Right. Nope.
No, okay, he did.
And then, this unit of Guardians, and both characters all shot their shuriken into Rowan's Chaos Sorcerer, and did nothing. Iyanden charge phase and the Guardians throw themselves into the mix, hoping to do in combat what the shuriken couldn't in the shooting phase. And after an electrifying combat phase, 1 Guardian is felled.
My command phase. I drew my 3 cards. I got my CP back. I looked at my cards and can't score any of them. They're all impossible at this point because of the units I've got left, unfortunately. So I'm not going to waste a CP redrawing them. I think it's just we'll see how this turn goes, and yeah, we'll see what we're looking at the end of the turn.
See what happens. Yeah. Okay.
Psychic phase for the Night Lords.
Psychic phase.
Tembrus, now that Serek's gone, maybe actually is going to like finally take a bit of control here and power up. So first we're going to
come out with shadows.
Yes, very Night Lordy.
Yeah.
So first we're going to smite the Guardians.
Yeah.
As you do, 7.
Deny. Nope.
Nope. So
3 death.
3.
I shall move these 3.
And now I shall Gifts of Chaos the Guardians.
Oh, that sounds nice. How sweet of you.
It does not go off.
Okay.
Well, he did. He
killed some Guardians.
He killed some Guardians. Kill the Guardian. Here we go. All right.
Good for him.
We'll be back in. I don't think there's going to be a shooting phase.
Nope.
Nope. We'll be back in the charge phase.
And a sad charge phase as the Legionnaires do not manage to make it into the Guardians.
Okay, it's not been a day for charges, obviously. Everybody's been just not that fussed.
Yeah, that's alright. It's fine.
Rowan has obviously made my Guardians fight last again, so I'll be activating with my Wraith Blades first.
Don't really want to kill these Havocs,
Still
apparently.
miss a bunch. 3s, slightly better win rolls. 4 this time. 4
That's exactly what I had. I save 1.
Okay, they do get them this time.
Yeah.
So it's damage 2 each. Okay.
Right, Havoc's gone. Quite the 2 units of Havocs have just happily mulched their way
that
through.
unit's done better. The first unit, you just got Spherac.
Yes. Right, so let's see if I can hit you with my big axe now.
Yep.
5 hex. Exploding 6s, so
2 more.
2 more.
Well done, you. He is coming out of the shadows.
Yeah, he's a bit. Winning on 2s. That is 4.
Right, he's AP minus 2, so 5 ups because of my might. Kills 2.
And then you get to hit me back.
I do get to hit you back with 4 mighty guardians. He's very scary. Doesn't win.
Doesn't win, right?
We'll just quickly do morale.
Yes,
now.
I'd like to see if you failed morale once this entire game.
So he killed 3 in the psychic phase and 2 there, so that's 5 minus 2, so I'm on 0. So I just need a 1 again. Oh, no.
Okay.
So they're below half strength, so it would be running away on 3s because of Night Lords, but then because I'm Iyanden, it just goes back to 2s
But
again.
then I also did that stratagem earlier where it's +1 to your combat attrition test.
Excellent. So back up to 3s. Wow, so you can get up to 4 on other stuff. Yeah, that's nasty. Okay, so those 4 on 3s. 3 run. 1's left.
Hey, Night Lord thing actually kicked in.
Night Lord thing did actually kick in there.
I think with that, we'll probably call the game.
Okay.
My 1 sorcerer still alive and 3 legionnaires. I'm not sure it's worth playing the last turn.
Yeah, I think the Wraith Lords could probably come around here, kill those 3, and through a combination. I mean, you would stop me falling back, so they wouldn't be able to shoot at least, but I think through a combination of smites and then charging in, they'd probably do it. But
Iyanden are really tough.
they're hard to chew
It's
through.
really, I mean, Serac is an absolute monster.
Yeah, he has no problem. Everything else in your army, lots of, but he just doesn't matter what. He just eats through.
Yeah.
He's
really, really cool. I need to figure it a little bit better. I don't think the Warp Towns. I mean, they did their job in holding up some points.
Stop me getting a lot of points there. Like holding up 2 Wraith Lords for two turns.
But yeah, I kind of threw the first unit away a little bit.
You had no choice after you didn't kill 1 in the shooting phase.
Yeah.
Like if you hadn't charged, I would have just charged you. So you had to still go in. It was just
the
unlucky.
Havocs in particular had a bit of a rough game.
Bit of a rough game, yeah.
But yeah, Iyanden are great. They're really tough. You refuse to fail morale the entire game because of Iyanden.
Yeah, well, and just me,
you're embodying Iyanden.
Yeah, when it's convenient to roll a 6, I'll roll a 6. When it's convenient to roll 1, I'll roll 1, apparently.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely, Night Lords have got some really fun things.
They do. They're really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think if they hadn't gone into the Wraith Blades, that unit, just being able to see that relic jump over all my guardians and just be doing D3 damage, it would have been really fun.
Yeah.
But that's the way things go sometimes. But yeah, just Wraith stuff's really hard to chew through.
I mean, this unit just walked around the whole board, killing everything in their way.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
And yeah, that unit was in the middle of the board. I mean, you didn't really target them as much because you had other stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
Both units of Wraith Blades, one of them took Wraith Lords, one took 5 up. Yeah, they're just tough.
They're
the Guardians fared less well. There's
when I got to them,
there's 6 left out of 30.
Yeah.
And Yriel, he tried his best to stab at Spheric, but didn't stab him well enough, and Spheric clawed him back real good.
Yep.
Like a cat.
No, Serac definitely man a match by a mile. Dude's a monster.
Yeah, really good.
But yeah, need to figure out how to get the rest of my Night Lords to actually do some things. It's not just a bit of a one-man show.
Well, we'll see how they do against others. As I say, this is about as, in my opinion, about as tough as you can get in 40k infantry-wise, is the Wraith Blades. So,
Really good. Yeah.
so yeah, we'll see how they fare against something that dies a little bit easier.
Yeah, we'll see. But fun game. And
game, yeah.
again, typical, got ahead on the points early on and is just clinging on to the end.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
didn't
just
quite make
started
it this time.
swaying the killing there. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bit actually that interrupt I did was a big swaying thing, and killing all the Terminators, that was a big
Yeah,
moment.
all the Terminators just didn't get to do anything the
No,
whole game either.
no.
So, yep, well
Yeah.
played.
Yep. Okay. Well, we'll be back again soon. But yeah, good fun game, and hope you all enjoyed that at home. Catch you next time.
And now it is time for your 3 stars. Your 3rd star today, with a kill tally of 11 Legionnaires as well as 2 Havocs, it's the Wraith Guard. And the 2nd star of today's game, with a kill tally of 4 Warp Talons and 7 Havocs, as well as taking an entire Legion's shooting phase in the face, it's the Wraith Blades. And your 1st star today, and well deserved, with a kill tally of 5 Wraith Blades, as well as Yriel, and it taking 2 smites to bring him down in the end. Give it up for Sverak Eventide. Thank you so much for watching. That's all we've got time for today, but I will see you again soon on the Brothers Grimdark.